Well, go on, people. It's been a second since we've been back with a review for you guys. I thought I'd do something nice and quick for you, quick and easy, and try and bang out some content. So I recently just wanted a piece that was a display piece, and I saw this online. They say it's a full metal build, so I thought it was a good little piece. This saves me always having to pull out my bad boys like this bad boy, and basically overuse your gun, cycle your gun a lot more than you need to. Cause I've got targets at home, and you know how it gets. Like sometimes you see your gun sitting there and you're like, oh, it would be nice to shoot it and just test myself, and just see where I'm at with my shooting, kind of thing. So yeah, good options for displays. This is the G.20. I believe it's meant to be some kind of like high kappa / 1911 type build. It's actually a spring pistol, so it's obviously not as powerful as something like the Vosk U18, which I've done some upgrades and things too, but we'll talk about that in another video. But and yeah, they said it's a zinc alloy shell, so apparently it's all metal. The box feels alright. Feels like a decent gun. It doesn't feel like cheap like £5-10. It feels like more like a 30-40 pound gun, if anything. So you get a pack of BBs. Don't ever really advise shooting BBs that come with a cheap BB gun, just because they tend to be very crappy BBs. However, just as something to cycle through, because you can see them, like if you actually look at it, I don't know if you can see it, like they're a bit dodgy, but yeah, at least they sent that. Initially picking up the gun, so one thing I will say, I do like when people leave the mags separate, so have the mags like that, and then you get the chance to put it together, because as a user it just gives you the ability to feel the gun weight before the mag, whereas this came with the mag in it already. So, but it's a decent weight, not the most heaviest gun. It definitely is alloy, it's no kind of high quality metal. However, for a display gun, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all, especially for a display gun. What will I say? It does cock back. The safety doesn't work, so obviously I think I spent like 20 quid on it, but it does feel like a 30-40 pound gun. It does feel like if you bash it a bit it will get damaged. Like the top slide is not the most high quality thing, more something you'd give to your son to use, but for a display gun I think it would be nice, and something just to have some fun with the lads when they come round. Yeah, it does cock back if I'm correct. Oh, it is quite firm though. Okay, fair. I think I get it. Yeah, so you can hear the spring. The spring is quite loud. The first cock back, so when you initially cock back the weapon, oh, so again, like it's quite firm to cock back. I don't know if you guys could see it on the camera, but once it's now cocked, for example, when you next cock it, it's a lot more easier, but I believe that's where you're dragging back the spring. So I'll show you one last time, because it's quite late. I am having to put some arm muscle into that, but the second time, if you notice, it's quite light, so it looks like the spring system is in there. I'm gonna shoot one more time. It's quite loud, I will say that. I have already preloaded some BBs from when I took it out earlier, cause I just wanted to have a look at the difference in how BBs load. I think what I will do is load it on cam as well for you guys to see that. I'm a guy I like to take everything apart. I don't think I will take this apart though, because normally you'd have like a bolt that goes through here that allows you to remove the top slide, but I think where it's a spring pistol, you just have things like the plus screws to obviously separate the body in two, it looks like, and then obviously then there is some kind of top unit, you can feel the separation, and then some kind of bottom unit, and then obviously things like this is plastic, not metal. However, like I said, for 20 quid you can't really go wrong. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna have this as a display pistol, just kind of like sitting on the table. I've got a holder that holds it from this angle, so imagine that. But yeah, I just thought do something different on the channel, do a shorter video as well, cause that's some feedback I got from one of my guys. He was like, bro, you should try some short videos, and I don't think he was wrong when he said that. I think there is some truth in that. My videos can be long. However, you guys do ask for this. Like, I genuinely have people who are like, you should do long, keep doing long videos. So yeah, like I said, don't follow me. You should never load these into your gun. However, for content's sake, I am gonna do that today, because you can see them. It almost looks like the plastic is falling off them. They look kind of like powdery. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing, but yeah, they look a bit powdery. But like I said, for the effort of content, I'm gonna just load them in. So I found that this is a bit easier than loading a gas mag, because with a gas mag the tension is a lot more like this, and they are powdery. Look at my fingers. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, they're bare powdery. Why are they powdery? Like, you don't want a powdery BB, you want a high quality polished BB. Which again, I'll show you guys in another video. But one thing I will say about these spring pistols, obviously you wouldn't really go onto a skirmish site with something like this, but for display sake, like, it was like, this is a lot, the tension is a lot less. I'll show you on my other mag. Like, I had genuinely have to pull this down, and look, it flies back so easy. I had genuinely have to pull this down, as opposed to this, I can literally, it's so easy to pull down. So that's something to keep in mind. And you don't actually have to pull it down. The way this mag loads is literally, you pop it in and it moves itself. Grab the next one, pop it in and it moves itself. Grab the next one, pop it in and it moves itself. Pop it in and it moves itself. This is a single stack mag. I'm not sure if that mag is loaded or it's not, but this is a double stack mag, but that's a Glock mag. Yeah, like I said, for something cheap and easy, and yeah, I'm saying I wanted to try and keep this video under 10 minutes. It's worth, like, it is worth it, I will say that. For 20 quid, and I'm able to get quite a few BBs, as you guys can see in the mag. I think I'm hitting the limit now though, I can feel it. Force it, see if we can squeeze one more, see if we can get one more. I don't think we're gonna get any more than one more, and I'm gonna put these powdery BBs right back in there, boy. One thing I will say, companies, okay, yeah, so that's as much as I can genuinely get in there without doing damage. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Okay, 15. That's not bad. That's not bad. It is standard for something like a 1911 or Colt or High Kappa to have something like a 15 round mag, especially for a standard mag. So that does make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, like, it's got a metal barrel. That's pretty cool. But the outer, well, it's not metal, I would say it's like sprayed plastic, because it's not very heavy. So it is probably that thing that it says on the box, alloy. And the inner barrel, I don't know if you guys can see it because of my glare being a bit so hefty, but the inner barrel looks plastic. I'm not gonna lie to you, I might be wrong, but it looks plastic. Yeah, do you see it is painted plastic, this silver thing. But would I recommend it? Like, if you're trying to get your kid into airsoft and you want them to train at home first and learn the concept of reloading or loading a mag, or even just aiming, this is a good place to start. It's 20 quid, it's fun, it's something you guys can do at home, it's also safe. The FPS on this is really low. But yeah, always wear goggles. I will say that if you're using any airsoft gun. But do I give it thumbs up? I actually do. I probably don't give it the biggest thumbs up, but out of 10, and this is not me ranking it on a comparison to say something like my Vosk, like the Vosk got a 6.57. something like this, if you're, like I said, if you're looking for a toy for your kid, this is not a bad option. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So in the toy ranks, I'd probably give it maybe a 4 or 5, and it's just because my rank ship has gone up. Like I've become bougie in this gun life. Let's put it that way. I know what I like now, and trust me, I test a lot of guns. I go to games and talk to people and ask if I can shoot their gun and these things. So, but yeah, yeah, I would recommend it for your kid though. You'd probably get bored of this. I went for it because I want a nice display gun. Plus it's a golden gun. Who don't want a golden gun? Plus it's like a high capper slash a 1911 type thing. It looks more like a high capper, I won't even lie to you. But yeah, that is the G20. Yeah, airsoft gun. It is an airsoft gun, but it's a spring pistol airsoft gun. It doesn't come with anything else, but for 20 quid, what can you ask for? It is a good little weight. I did shoot it earlier, and it does shoot quite straight, but keep in mind the target was probably about a meter away, so that is something to keep in mind also. Yeah. Does the hammer work? That's actually a good question. Does the hammer work? Okay, I don't think the hammer does work. I think it is just there for fashion. But yeah, it does shoot quite straight, I will say that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bare powdery, the bullets. Like it literally just hit the thing and powdered the thing up. But yeah, that's the G20 6mm cal from Superpower. Yeah, and we out.